Hey guys, in this video I will discuss some of my favorite elemental skills currently in the game and why I like them. Hope you enjoy. First up, we have Childe's elemental skill, and man, what an elemental skill this is. Definitely one of the most unique ones we have in the game at the moment, and one of the most flashy. It definitely deserves a spot on this list. The main reason I like this skill is how unique it is, allowing you to conjure 2 water daggers compared to some other skills. A lot of them are just simple damaging skills, especially for 4-star characters. It can deal a ton of damage due to its Riptide effect and is great against multiple enemies. It's also just really flashy and kind of reminds me of Demon Slayer with that whole water aesthetic it's going for with the skill, and especially his elemental burst, which looks like it's directly from episode 19 if it was replaced with fire instead of water. But anyways, such a cool character and a great skill. Next up we have Fischl. Now I've already talked about how much I like her kit, especially her skill, so I'll just quickly go over the reasons. So firstly, it's definitely not as flashy as Childe's, but it's definitely extremely useful. I think the ability of it to remain on the field is certainly one of its strongest aspects, in that you don't have to worry about hitting the enemy. You can just click it and forget about it, and then it can just zap enemies, triggering reactions for your party, some of which, like super conduct, are really nice, but most importantly giving you that sweet energy, which is amazing at doing, as each hit will give you energy, which is so good on characters that have trouble generating it and such. If you can manage to keep it up throughout the fight, it's so good for not only the damage it can provide, but having a constant energy generator is always very nice. Moving on, we have Diona's elemental skill. This skill and also character was my main sort of support shield character for the longest time, until I managed to get Zhongli in the recent rerun banner, but before that I had been using Diona, and a big reason for that was her great elemental skill. Now this skill, the shield, is amazing. Firstly, not only is it a really strong shield, not as strong as Zhongli I believe, but definitely better than some other shield characters, and if you pair it with a sacrificial bow you can get huge uptime on this shield and have it on for most of the fight. And just having the shield character can make the abyss so much easier, as hard to dodge attacks can just be absorbed with the shield. Sadly, I do think Zhongli's shield performs much better, so I have opted to use him instead of Diona, but still go to use her if I need a healer or cryo party member. The next elemental skill that I think is really good is Shinshu's. This skill by itself is not that great, and does a twin strike that does moderate amounts of damage. However, the great aspect of the skill comes from its sort of passive effect, the rain swords. Man, these are good, and are one of the reasons I love running Shinshu in my team comps, especially in pyro comps to trigger the vaporize reaction. But yeah, these swords can help so much by not only acting as a sort of shield, minimizing the damage taken, but also healing you based on Shinshu's max HP, which can help if you don't have a primary healer, and definitely has helped me in the past, so definitely one of the more useful skills on this list. And also the fact that he is a Hydro character, which at the moment does not have many characters to choose from. That means that having this passive effect to trigger reactions is very nice. And finally, the last elemental skill I want to talk about is Zhongli's. Now, I didn't want to put Zhongli in this video as I had put him in the previous video, however this skill is so good not to talk about. This skill is definitely one of the reasons I've been putting Zhongli in pretty much all my comps, as this shield, I believe it's the strongest shield in the game, could be wrong, but man is it good. And the fact that it scales of Zhongli's health, which are many weapons like the Staff of Homer that increases HP, or even the new artifact set, the Tenacity of Milith or something, this shield becomes crazy good. In terms of the damage of the skill, it's not bad. It can definitely help if you place it right in the middle of a group of enemies. But another reason this skill is great is how good it is at destroying the ore deposits around the world. It can save a ton of time, especially if you're going on farming runs around the world. And so these are my current favorite elemental skills in the game, whether it be because they are flashy like Childe's skill, or whether they're extremely useful like Zhongli's. Most of my parties end up with at least one of these aforementioned skills, and so I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.